So, welcome to the second lecture of the chapter Pair of Linear Equation in Two Variables, guys. In this chapter, 1 minute. So, in this chapter, we finished one lecture in this chapter, guys. So, before watching this video, make sure that you watch that video and then come to this video. So, in this video, after finishing the introduction part and seeing how to represent the linear equations graphically and how to find the solution of them graphically, let's go ahead and go to the exercise 3.1, guys. Exercise 3.1 is the first exercise of this chapter. We'll see the first question of it now. The first question says, Haftar tells his daughter, 7 years ago I was 7 times as old as you were then. Also 3 years from now I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. Represent this algebraically and graphically. Yeah guys, so in lecture 1 we saw that they will give us the conditions, and from that conditions we have to derive the algebraic expression, and then from the algebraic expression we can do it graphically. That becomes the graphical representation of the pair of linear equations. So first let's see what are the conditions, guys. So the first step is that we have to assume the variables, right? So let's start assuming the variables. Let's assume that Aftab's age is x. Right now Aftab's age is x. Solution. So the present age of Aftab is x and the present age of his daughter is y. Let's assume this, guys. Now according to the first condition, 7 years ago, which means x minus 7, right? Which means even y was 7 years ago, right? When x was 7 years ago, for example, when I was 7 years back, even you were 7 years back, right? So time is same for everyone, right? So 7 years ago, Aftab's age was x minus 7 and his daughter's age was y minus 7. So 7 years ago, he was 7 times as old as his daughter. So he was 7 times as old as his daughter, correct? This was her daughter's age 7 years before, and this is his age 7 years before. He tells before 7 years his daughter, he was 7 times older than his daughter at that time. So this is his daughter's age at that time, and he tells that he's 7 times of his daughter's age that time. So it is 7 into his daughter's age is equal to his age 7 years back. This is the first equation which we can get. And the second equation is also 3 years from now I shall be 3 times as old as you will be. Let's again do the same thing, guys. 3 years plus means y plus 3, x plus 3. He is telling 3 years from now he is going to be 3 times as old as she is going to be at that time. So it is 3, right? Now these are the two equations, guys. We have to first expand these equations and then we can do it graphically. So the first part of this question was that represent this algebraically. So the algebraic representation is done. Now we have to go for the graphical representation. The algebraic representation is done. The only thing left out is we have to expand it. Let's expand it now. So after expanding, what will you get, guys? It is I'll expand it here. Okay, it becomes this one first. Okay, I'll expand it here. First expression, guys. The first equation I'll expand it here. X minus 7 equal to 7 into. So let's expand it. X minus 7 equal to 7y minus 47. Bringing all the terms towards the left, it becomes plus 42 equal to 0. So this is the first equation, guys. Expanding the first expression we get the first equation. The second equation, let's expand this one now. Right, it becomes 3y plus 9. So bring all the terms towards the left so that at the right we'll have only 0. Right, so this is the second equation. This is the first equation and this is the second equation, guys. So here the first part of the question is done, that is to represent it algebraically. Note down this, guys, you can take the screenshot now. Now let's go to the graphical representation. So now I'll rub everything, guys, except the two equations, because the two equations are enough to do the graphical representation. I'll write down these two equations here, and so that I'll get some gap to make the graph. First equation, right? The second equation is second equation. Let's rub the rest there. Now let's draw the graph of this one, guys. So as I said, you to draw the graph, first we have to make two tabular columns, right? And then we'll draw the lines in that graph. To draw the tabular columns, we have to put the value of x and get the value of y. Let this be x, and if this is x, here y, what you will get it, guys? Let's do it. Keep y at one side and keep all the other variables the other side. Right, this becomes like this, and then y equal to minus 7 also comes down. Now in this expression, if you see, guys, all the terms are in minus, right? So we can take the minus in common. You can take it minus in common, and down also we'll take minus in common. Here minus minus gets cancelled up and it becomes plus. So now y equal to x plus 42 by 7. Done. And let's do the table for the second equation. If we do the table for the second equation, or just a minute, guys, we'll do it here. There's some space constraint. We'll rub this off now. Because I need some space for to draw the graph. So let's do here itself for the second equation. This is x, and here we have to put the values of y. So y is going to be equal to, we'll do it here, guys, minus 3y equal to 6 minus x, right? So y equal to by minus 3, multiplying minus both the sides. Okay, let's keep this minus y here, y is here. So we need only plus 1, I mean plus y, guys. We don't need minus y. We don't need the minus sign. So what we'll do, we'll multiply minus both the sides in the LHS as well as RHS. That time it will become plus y, and here you're multiplying by minus, so this places will get interchanged. It becomes x minus 6 by 3. So here the value of y is y equal to x minus 6 by 3. Now what you have to do, guys, now you have to put the values of x and get the values of y, and then you'll get the coordinates. After getting the coordinates, you can do it, you can draw the graph. That's it, guys, the question will be over. So now first let's put the value of x as 0, right? If you put the value of x as 0, y will become 42 by 6, I mean 42 by 7, which means 6. Now if you put the value of x as what shall we put? If you put 1, it will come in decimal. We have to put such values that the will get an integer itself in y. We don't want a decimal value or a fractional value. So let's put it as minus 7, guys, because it's 7 tables, right? So only it will get cancelled. Let's put it as x equal to minus 7. If you put x equal to minus 7, it becomes minus 7 plus 42, means it becomes 35 by 7, which will become equal to 5. And to draw a line, 2 points are enough, right? So let's leave it here itself, guys. So 2 points are enough. The coordinates which we get are 0, 6 and 0 comma 6 and minus 7 comma 5. Now let's do it here guys in a similar way. For x let's put the value as 0, then y will get as minus 2, right? Because x equal to 0 means minus 6 by 3 is 2, that's minus 2, right? Now what value shall we put for x so that we get the integer y? Let's put the value of x as 3. It becomes 3 minus 6 by 3, which will be minus 3 by 3, which is minus 1. So y value will, x value will put as 3. Done guys. So we also got two coordinates for this equation as well. The two coordinates are, right, these are the two coordinates. Now what we have to do, we have to just plot it in the graph. We'll draw a graph now. Extend it a bit more. Now if we point this points, we'll get 0 comma 6. 0 comma 6 is here, and then minus 7 comma 5. Minus 7 comma 5 is here. We have to join these 2 points for the first equation, right? We got the first curve. For the second equation, 0 comma minus 2, this point. 0 comma minus 2 is this point, and 3 comma minus 1 is this point. We have to connect these 2 points. So these are the two equations guys which we get. It will intersect at some point, right? Now let's mark this points guys. 0 comma 6, and this is 0 comma minus 2, and this one was minus 7 comma 5, and what else, 3 comma minus 1. And then this one was the graph of the first equation. The first equation is x minus 7y plus 42 equal to 0, and this one is the graph of the second equation. The second equation is x minus 3y minus 6 equal to 0. Like this you have to put the equation just near to the curve guys in your examination. If you draw it in a graph paper, it will come a bit more neatly. Since I am drawing it in the board, it's not coming so clearly, but it's fine guys. That's the approximate figure which you are going to get. Now I'll move aside, you can take the screenshot. Now we'll go to the second question after this. So guys, now let's go to the second question of the same exercise 3.1. The second question is quite similar to the first one guys. In fact, I would say it's a bit easier than the first one. The second question says the coach of a cricket team buys 3 bats and 6 balls for rupees 3900 or 3900. Later she buys another bat and 2 more balls of the same kind for 1300. Yeah. Represent the situation both algebraically and geometrically. So they are given two conditions guys. So with the two conditions, first we are going to formulate two algebraic equations, and with those two algebraic equations we are going to form the tables from which we are going to get the coordinates which we can plot it in the graph, same like the previous question. So let's go with the conditions guys. The first condition is the coach first goes and buys 3 bats and 6 balls. So first we have to assume the variables. Right, solution. Let the cost of 1 bat be x rupees. In the last question, like how we assume the age of the after to be x years, right? So here we are going to assume the price of bat be x rupees, and let the price of ball be y rupees. Now forming the equation, it will be 3x plus 6y equal to 3600, right? Because if the cost of 1 baht is x rupees, then the cost of 3 bahts will be 3x, right? It's a multiplication, right? So it is 3x. In the same way, if the cost of 1 baht is 1 ball is 5 rupees, if she is buying 6 balls, it's going to be 6y equal to 3900 as given in the question. Similarly, the second condition is for she buys another bat and 2 more balls. Another bat means 1 bat and 2 balls, which means x plus 2y equal to 1300. Now we have to represent these two equations in the graph, guys. So before representing them, what we'll do? Well, first we have to get the points, right? I'm thinking if there is any other way to get the points easily, because these numbers are a bit large, right? Okay guys, we'll get it from the usual method itself. In the graph we have to make a small correction, then it will come. Okay guys, let's do the tabulation part. This is for the first equation. For the first equation, let's take it like this. So this is going to be for x, and y is going to be equal to 3900 minus 3x by 6. Did you get how is it? I'll tell you guys. Since you have to take the value of only y, what will happen is the 6y will keep it to one side, and the other side you have to keep the other variables. So it will become 3900 minus 3x by 6, right? So y is equal to, I'll do it here once or else. See, the equation is like this, right? Equal to 3900. If you want only the value of y, you will keep this left side and keep all other terms towards the right side. It becomes like this, right? So y will be equal to 3966 minus 3x by 6, right? This is the same thing which you are going to copy it here. So y is equal to, so we need some more space, and let's do it still here, right? So y is equal to 3900 minus x by 6, right? Now similarly we'll do for the second equation as well. For the second equation, let's do it here. Let's keep this for x, because for x even small space is enough, but for y we need a bit larger space since it's going to come in fraction. So y value, similarly if you do like this for this one, keeping y term one side and keeping all other terms x side, if you take the value of y will come out to be equal to 1300 minus x by 2. That's it guys. Now we are going to plug in the value of x and get the value of y, and then we can plot it in the graph. So what shall we take the value of x, guys? First let's take the value of x as 300, because if we take 300 it will become 3900 minus 300, it will give 3600 by 6, because that will be divisible by 6, will get whole numbers. So let's take the value of x as 300. That time we'll get the value of y as 3900 minus 300 is 3600 by 6. 3600 by 6 is 600, right? So when you take the value of x as 300, you get the value of y as 600. Now next, which number shall we take? Shall we take the value of x as 900? Because when you take x equal to 900, here it will become 39, it is actually 3900, right? It's 3900 minus x. So x has 900, which means it will become 3000. 3000 by 6 is 500, right? So these are the two coordinates, x comma y and x comma y. Let's write the two coordinates here. 300 comma 600 is the first coordinates which we can use it in the graph. Second coordinates is 900 comma 500. Similarly let's do for this one as well, guys. Let's take the value of x as 300 first, right? Because it will become 1300 minus 300 by 2, it should become 500. It will get a whole number. So let's take it as 300. We'll get y as 500. Now if we take the value of x as 100, we'll get the value of y as 600, right? Yeah. If you take the value of x as 100, you'll get the value of y as 600. Done. Over. So here the coordinates which you are going to get is 300 comma 500 comma 100 comma 600. Now you have to plot these points in the graph, guys. So if you see all these 2 points, these 2 points are coming in the first quadrant itself. That is, if this is the quadrant, it's coming here itself. So here in the board when I am drawing, I will draw only this coordinate a bit bigger so that it will be more clear. So what I will do is, I will draw only the first coordinate. All the other coordinate let it be small, so because we don't need it, right? Only the first coordinate I have drawn it a bit bigger. Now let's start marking the points. This will be 100, this is 200, this is 300, this is 400, this is 500. Oh, we need still 900 because there's still 900 over here. At least till 900 we'll require in the x-axis. So what we'll do it now? Now what we have to do, we'll rub it and redo it. We need a even bigger x-axis. Right, we'll do it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Done. Is going to be equal to 100. This is 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900. Here also we'll start doing 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, still 700 we did in the y-axis. Let's start marking the points. First point is 300 comma 600. 300 comma 600 is going to come here, right? So the second point is 900 comma 500. 900 comma 500 is here, right? So if you join these 2 points, right, if you join these 2 points, it will come something like this, guys. The graph is going to come like this. Done. So this is the graph of which one? The first one. 3x plus 6y equal to 3900. This is the graph of first one. Now second points if you mark, it is 300 comma 500, right? And then 100 comma 600. Yeah, 100 comma 600. These 2 points will give us a graph like this, something like this, right? It's going to give us like this. So if you see these 2 lines, guys, this graph gives us parallel lines. Yeah, this graph gives us parallel lines, right? This is the graph of x plus 2y equal to 1300. Equal to 1300. That's it, guys. This one gives us a parallel line of graph. As we have seen 3 cases, right? This is the one of those cases. So that's it, guys. We have algebraically represented the conditions given, and then we have also graphically represented it. If you do it in a proper graph paper properly, you'll get a neatly. You can do it, guys, with the pencil and scale. Since I'm doing it in freehand, so it's not coming so clearly, but that's fine, guys. I hope you understood it. Now you can take the screenshot. So now let's look at the third question of this exercise, guys. That's the exercise 3.1. Even the third question is quite similar to the first and second question, guys. I would say this is even easier than the first and second question. The third question says the cost of 2 kg of apples and 1 kg of grapes on a day was found out to be rupees 160. After a month, the cost of 4 kg of apples and 2 kg of grapes is rupees 300. Represent the situation algebraically and geometrically. Geometrically means graphically. So now let's go ahead and find the solution, guys. So what is the first step of the solution? First step of the solution is assumption, right? We have to assume 1 kg of apples price to be X rupees. Let price of, like in the previous question how we assume the price of bat and ball, similarly we have to assume the price of here apples and grapes. let the price of 1 kg of apple be X, and let the price of 1 kg of grapes be Y. Now let's go by the conditions. In the first condition they said 2 kg of apples and 1 kg of grapes, which means 2 into X and 1 into Y, right? Because 1 kg cost X rupees means 2 kg is going to cost 2 into X, plus 1 kg of Y means 1 into Y, which is nothing but equal to Y itself, is equal to 160 rupees, which he paid. And the second equation says 4 kg of apples, which means 4X, plus 2 kg of grapes, which means 2Y, is equal to 300 rupees. Right? Now they are telling us to represent the situation algebraically and geometrically. Algebraically we have already represented it, guys. This is the algebraic representation. The only thing which left out now is graphical or geometric representation. For the graphical representation, what we have to do, we have to find the values of coordinates. For that we have to do the tabular column and find the values of X and Y so that we can plot it in the graph. Let's do it for the first variable now. I'll do it here itself for the first variable. Let's take like this, guys, X and Y, right? Just a minute. Okay, I'll take this one here. Take first one here. Let this be for X and let this be for Y. Y will be equal to 160 minus 2X. Right? So if you take the value of X as 40 now, Y you will get as 160 minus 2 into 40, which is 2 into 40 is 80. 160 minus 80 is 80. Now if you take the value of X as 30, it becomes 160 minus, okay, let's take it as 50. So Y will become 160 minus 2 into 50, that is 100. 160 minus 100 becomes equal to 60. So these are the two coordinates which we got, guys. The two coordinates are 40, 80. Right, this is 4, and 80, 60. These are the two coordinates which we got for the first equation from this equation. Now from this equation, let's try to find the coordinates. Right, so here Y is going to be equal to, we'll do it here, guys. See here, 4X plus 2Y equal to 300. We have to find the value of Y. Let's keep 2Y here. Other terms will keep it the right side. Y will become equal to 300 minus 4X by 2. Right. Now if you divide this both the terms by 2, right, it becomes 150 minus 2X. Right. So Y becomes equal to 150 minus 2X. So now what we'll do, we'll take the value of X as 30. Okay, if you take the value of X as 30, it becomes 160 minus 2 into 30, that is 60. 150 minus 60 will become equal to 90. Done. Now let's take the value of X as 40. If you take the value of X as 40 now, Y will become equal to 180 minus 2 into 40, that is 80. It will become equal to how much? 70. Done. So the 2 points which we got here are 30, 90 and 40, and 40, 70. Now these 2 points we are going to put it in the graph. Right, these 2 points. Again, if you see these 2 points, guys, these two are in the first coordinate itself, like how we did in the previous question. So we have to draw it in the first coordinates itself. So only one coordinate is enough. So still where the values are going. So the X values are going still 80 is going. So 80 is the maximum which will require, and the Y is going still 90. So up will require a bit more. So let's draw it accordingly, guys. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Done. Here again we'll do it. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Done. Now we'll start plotting the points. 40, 80 is here, right? And then 80, 60 is here. Somewhere here, yeah, here. So we'll join these 2 points now. Done. So this is the graph of, let's mark the points as well, 40, 80 and 80, 60. And let's write the equation also. This is of 2x plus y equal to 160. Now let's go for the second one. Second points are 30, 90, which will be somewhere here. Yeah, 30, 90 is here, and then 40, 70 is here. Done. We got these 2 points. Now we have to join these 2 as well. This was 30, 90, and this one was 40, 70. Yeah. Now we have to write this equation, 4x plus 2y equal to 300. These are the 2 equations, lines which you got graphically. That's it guys, as simple as that. Now you can take the screenshot.